Hello everyone and welcome back my peerless paramours. Welcome back to Manor Lords to, some excitement. My people are bored. It is a new year and they really just don't want to go back to farming again. Nope, we want to use those juicy weapons that we've been producing all year long. And in this case here, we got the perfect target. They're already on their way and it's a bunch of brigands. Let's face it, they're getting a bit too numerous for my liking. We get those bandit camps over there. They're spawning and they're stealing then resources from you. And they might also attack you at some point when they're spawning out of it. So in this case here, let's take care of some of them. On top of that, we might get some juicy treasures when the time is right. And for this, we're waiting now. Let's actually get formation, or get into formation. My melee fighters here. It's important that we really, wait a second, focus on the retinue being attacked first. Because those are my mercenaries, right? My standing army. The rest are workers, so we don't want to lose too many of these here. And by the way, if you enjoy my content, please consider supporting me on Patreon as well. That would be very much appreciated, as 95% of your share goes to my channel directly. Now, in this case, they're already coming, like little stupid sheep they are. Passing? What is going on? Passing my retinue. Let's actually now flank them. As I'm going in here with my spearmen, trying to take them from the side. Like this. I don't think there's friendly fire, right? I guess we'll find out. Now we can shoot them from behind, and this should be devastating. Yeah, already down a couple of them. And I think the rest is fleeing. They're already fleeing. I don't know where they're fleeing to. They've got no home anymore. We should actually take care of them somehow, but my units do not fight back. So that's that. And whoa, we got 400 influence out of that. That's a lot, just for winning this battle. We haven't even looted yet. So I'm gonna actually send my workers back into my territory. Right, they're just gonna move all the way up here again. And my retinue continues and loot it. That is just pure foul play here at this point. Look just what happened. This bandit camp just spawned right here at this very moment. A bandit camp was sighted. It just spawned and it is now attacking my retinue, where my people are already retreating. What the hell? I've never seen this before. And this is really nasty, because my retinue is all alone now. Actually, they're being ignored. Something seems a bit funny here. Let's get my troops over there. Let's have my spearmen attacking them right away. Come on, engage them, please. What is this? Why are they not engaging? Everybody's ignoring them. And they're rushing towards my archers. I'm not too happy with development here so far. Let's actually rush up there. My archers really need to retreat here. They are not good for melee. And boy, we've lost a lot. This was foul play from the game all the way through. Now they're engaged with the spearmen. But two things happened here. The freaking bandit camp spawned in the middle of my army and everybody ignored the bandits. Like, they weren't even registered in the beginning. Okay, there they are, gone again, of course, but we lost, yeah, around 12 archers. Let's take care of both of them. The good thing is we got even more influence out of that. The bad thing is we lost people, workforce. This time, I'm gonna stick around here a little while longer until we have cleared both of them with my retinue. Okay, what do we get? There you if someone spawns now. Thank you very much. Send them to the nearest town or to my treasury. We can do this both now. Let's go with my treasury. That's 214 coin we got out of this. And then we can send them over here and also loot this to my treasury, and that's 130 coin. Okay, and with that out of the way, let's actually go back home. That was nasty. Sorry you had to witness that. Now we continue with the city building, because it has come to my attention that there might be room for improvements regarding my apiaries. And I would like to do this right away. I would like to implement this right away. And that is a bit further outside here. We could go ahead and have this orchard here. I'm gonna have another orchard here. This is the smallest backyard I've seen so far for a ground of this size here. And we're gonna have then 2 orchards here together with a burgage that has an apiary in the middle of all of that, between the vegetable gardens and the orchards, right? Because the apiaries apparently boost the orchards, because the orchards need pollination. The vegetable garden needs pollination, and the apiary provides this. So let's use the adjacency bonus of that to boost the orchard and the vegetable gardens and the apiary as well with those burgage plots. Next, over here, I would like to start with my next project, and that is wool. We need that at some point, and it's taking a long time. And what you want to have for this is a sheep farm that we can have. And this sheep farm, I'm gonna have this one right here by my fields. Now, those fields, when I check it, they're not gonna grow any further, right? There is actually room here that we can use. But this area here is definitely off the limits, and it looks like a very good place to house some sheep. And I would like to do this with a pasture. Now, the sheep farm, as far as I know, already comes with a smaller pasture where we can breed the first sheep. So I'm gonna wait for that. While we do that, we also need to have a livestock trader over here. Livestock trading post that gets me in the sheep and the cattle and the pigs. And let's have this one right beside my trading post. And have a little road there just around them. Cut them off from the rest of the town. Perfect. If you're looking at my town right now, you will notice that there are almost no grown-up men. It's mostly women doing the jobs. And that's of course because my soldiers are still on the move. The men that we see usually are the younger ones, right? Kunz over there. And my soldiers should hopefully be coming in now because we need the workforce back again. And there's my spearmen. And the moment we disband them, they're gonna lay off the weapons and continue back to transporting planks, gathering plants, fishing, transporting, whatnot. Also, another family moves in, and with that, we have no more space available. So another neighborhood expansion is what I need, and I would like to continue with this area here, most likely, that we can have like so, with proper fields. It's a bit much, right? I mean, it's not really downtown anymore, so let's go ahead and do this right over there. Some 4 more plots. And here, actually, here I would like to have a few more as well. We could actually squeeze in some whopping 4. 4 is right. And then I could have them squeezed in here as well, just along them somehow. There you go, 2 more, that's fine. And in the middle of all of that, we should be able to squeeze in a shrine, a little one here. Also, the husbands return from the dead. Well, not really, of course, but the women find new husbands around the world and they're moving in then again, right? So the households, they're replenishing themselves with new male workforce. Perhaps there's even a husband trader. I'm sure this is a profitable business. Ah, very good. The livestock trading post is finished. We got the workforce ready for this. Let's assign someone to that. And here we can now start trading. The cool thing is we could also even export sheep if we have too many, right? And make a business out of that as well down the road. Lambs, sheep, horses, mules, and oxen we have. Now, about these here, I'm not entirely sure because you can order them directly at the buildings that need them. And we can see that we got 3 oxen right now. Money-wise, we're sitting at 300, so it might be safe then to start importing sheep until we have 4. Yeah, I think I really don't want to stress this too much right now. There it is, also my next apiary, my second one that is finished now. And this one has now another 2% pollination strength to this environment, to this territory, leading up to 6% on the boost now. And then we have the orchard here that gets its boost now out of the pollination, and 61% is that effect now. So that's quite increased. Does it affect the vegetables too? It does, 61. Now, by comparison, this vegetable here is also at 61. So this counts territory-wise, not just adjacent-wise. All right, all the way down here, we have finished now also a beautiful sheepyard. And let's assign someone to that right away. We don't have the livestock though yet, right? So we're waiting on that, but we got the space for that now. I think 5 we can squeeze in, right? So once we reach that limit, we need to build an exterior pasture. But for now, they will work then in here. And this is where the livestock trader comes in now. And the people here, yep, Ott, for example, they're going out now, finding sheep in the wilderness and getting them back. And that was actually rather quick. That sheep deserves a name before it gives us wool. It also has the moonwalk perfected. Of course, also, the granary has been upgraded in all its glory. It's a beautiful building now. And after all of this, we can house 6 families here that are transporting food back and forth. Lots of bread we have in, some honey. And yeah, they're then selling it at the local market over here. And this market is growing. What we can see though is that granary supply capacity has been reached at this point with only 2 families working here. The storehouse is still totally fine, but the food is something we need to do. I love the overlay for this, by the way, because it shows you exactly where we do need to work on for. So the general goods, as we can see, yeah, the whole town is basically satisfied, right? Might have some problems here with the essential ones for some reasons, but outside of that, it's good. They need charcoal. We have a lot of charcoal, in fact. This is that. And then we have the food variety type here. We can also really see very detailed what type of food is provided right now, like eggs. These guys here only have berries available right now. The inner circle has 3 to 4 types of food available, even with bread, eggs, berries, and fish. So in this case here, this gives you a nice overview. But as we can see, it shows that we do not have enough families working here. 5 families we still have left, so let's assign, yeah, let's make just 4 because, you know, we don't need to calculate this too tightly there all the time. We can also then decide what type of food is being sold here and so forth. This is also interesting. We could give this one a bit of an overstock of every good. So for every good, there's now an overstock of 2 calculated in. That means that if we're running out of resources, we have a bit of time before the penalty kicks in, right? Before people are running out of things. I think it might be safe to actually ramp this up even further. So that would do. Now, next, I can also see that we have a lot of leather. And I would like to work on this right away. Let's quickly check it out where we have some slots left open. Yeah, we're gonna need to upgrade a bunch of more of my burgages here. So over here, we have one available still. And I would like to go ahead with the Cobble's Workshop. But for this, we need to upgrade the plot first. Let's go ahead and do this. I would also like to do it for this plot here, and for this plot, and for this plot. And very important to me also, the inner plots here, that we increase the density of that. And every single one of them that we upgrade will then also provide me more taxes down the road. So this is just gonna add up, and with that we can afford a few more. Alright, also, the sheep is in. That's a monumental situation that we have right now, because the sheep is now, should be now being brought over, getting the resources. Erhard is already doing it. And he's now bringing in the livestock into the sheep farm, so that we may have some wool coming out of this soon. Now, we've also got all the soldiers in again. So that means that with the money we have right now, I can also go ahead and customize my retinue now. And we can customize, unfortunately, there hasn't been any changes here, right? But there's still a few things that we can do with my soldiers. First of all, we can recruit more, and we pay 50 coin for every one of them that we have. So right now we got 5, and now we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Let's go ahead with 10. And on top of that, we can also upgrade them with a bit more additional money. Unfortunately, oh, there it is, yeah, 300 coin we have left. We can now go ahead. Unfortunately, they're all level 0 that they're starting with. So this is not random or anything like that. And upgrading them gives us them proper armor, right? And yeah, let's do this with a bunch of them. I would still like to keep some money left for later, right? But the more we upgrade, of course, the better they will be at combat. Though at this point I really would have expected to at least have the tier 1 available here. This has been from the start, work in progress, right? Giving them some traits out of their combat experience. I would have loved to have something there, but what can you do about it? Alright, so that's my army. Next, back to logistics. We're jumping around a bit, but I hope that's okay, because I noticed that we still do not have enough oxen, right, that we need for everything. So let's go ahead with the next hitching post that we'll have somewhere right here in the center. Yeah, along the main road here in the industry zone. As we upgrade the next burgage plot, I also noticed that we are running out of planks. Let's check this out right now. Let's assign a second family to the saw pit right away, because timber we have a lot, but we have no planks anymore. And the culprit here is quite easy to find. They're waiting, so they are there, but something is not there, and that's the logs. And once again, this is a clear sign that my logistical network is overloaded right now. So in this case here, that hitching post that we just finished is very much appreciated. Let's also get me an ox in right away. And we could also have a dedicated family working the hitching post now to transport things around all the time. I'm not entirely sure that this is more efficient though than just having an available family, right? Because the available family will always just also transport things around. But of course, if we have construction going on like now, this family will be busy with construction, right? So now we have someone that goes for the oxen all the time for both of them. I would love to upgrade this, but we lack the planks, as expected. Finally, the upgrading is complete. A level 2 burgage plot in all its glory. And now we can add, well, the cobbler's workshop. Great indeed. The sheep is also at the sheep farm. And the first one is in, Else, she's waiting now. And also the first birding has started. Did we already get some wool out of that? Yeah, we got 12 wool inside. Hooray. Also, as a huge tree fan, I'm just very happy that we got the trees in town. Also here. And we might be thinking about reforesting some more city parts at some point. The planks are in, by the way, so let's finally build that cobbler workshop. And with that, we will be now in the process of making shoes. And by the way, we got 97 leather. So at this point, it's safe to say that the current goat population is enough to provide a steady supply of leather. As wool is also now growing as well. And flax would be also there already, together with wool to provide even more clothing down the road. Now, once this has been finished, this one's turned into an artisan again. There it is. And now we have the advanced level here, where we can now tick the shoes. And please provide me up to 150 shoes. The reason for that is that once we are above 100, I could start selling shoes as well. And for the leather, we say do never go below 40 leather, right? So that we're not accidentally running out of leather while producing shoes. And just look how busy it is here. I love it. It's bustling, crowded. And all of them, you know, are part of a family, have our name, their jobs, their life, their age. Beautiful. There they are. Shoes are in and being sold at the local market. Might even have another family now working that, but we are rather low on that, on available families, so I think this will just do. The Jews are in, and this makes people, especially tier 2 plots, happier because we provide now more of what they need. And this one here we can, by the way, also upgrade. Now, let's also go ahead and put these shoes on export once we have more than 100, right? This is my surplus, and once we reach that and it's already climbing, then we can sell it. Establishing this trade route is 210 coin. This is affordable for us at this point. It's definitely worth a thought. The same goes with the large shields. That's the 300 here. So I don't know, have we actually sold any shields so far? We haven't. Of all time, there's not a single shield being sold, so this actually needs its dedicated trade route to work. But we've also finished some burgages right now that want an extension, and I would like to give it to them, right? Like chicken coop, let's have this one 2 times even. I would also like to go ahead and have another vegetable garden here, and another orchard here. And for these guys here, once someone moves in, I would like to start then with some goat farms again, because we will definitely need more leather as the town progresses. Now the sheep farm is growing. We have now all 5. Oh no, wait a second. I think this is new. Yeah, we got a lamb. Lamb. What? Okay. The sheep farm is full. I think. Yeah, look at that. We even have the sheep here, the old ones, still at the livestock trading. So the farmers only took 2 sheep out. And out of those 2 sheep, we made the lambs. So we're actually full here. Alright, we will need to build a pasture now. And that pasture we're actually gonna do at the fields, right? Because there's this very cool mechanic that allows you to add a pasture or a fence, building that onto a field and have then your sheep grazing on this. Let's go with a very important one. This one here is really important. It's already got some good fertility and it all has barley that I want to push. So let's go ahead and start with this field here right away. 5 planks also seems like a very, very low amount of planks we need for a field of that size. We will still need to have a dedicated pasture though, because these fields here, it only works when they're not being utilized. Like this one is utilized right now and it cannot act as such. We got the barley here, we got the rye, barley, so this is 2 years, this is next year. Let's also make this one into a fence. This one's being used this year, let's still go ahead. I think this one's... no, we got no fallow field this year. Alright, that's unlucky. Let's get me my next field going over here, because here we still have some fertility. Might go ahead and have it like so. There you go. And here we can also go ahead with a fence now. This one's going to be fallow for this year. And next year we're going to start with the rye then. And then the... ooh, that's rather low. Flax. Let's just hope that, yeah, having sheepies here roaming will do wonders. Royal tax has been increased. That's the tax we need to pay annually to the crown. If we cannot afford this, the crown will attack us. So we always need to make sure that we have enough money ready for this. And there it is. The field is finished with the fallow one. And here we do get now the livestock tab. So livestock can be added to this field here during time where it's not activated. Of course, with a steady supply of wool coming in, we already need to go for the weaver workshop now. That's another one. It needs 4 logs. We get 110 logs roaming right now around here. Right, they're just lying around somewhere, I think. There they are. Someone's very busy chopping everything down. And let's get the weaver workshop going then. Yeah, somewhere here in the center right away of my industry zone. And let's also tone it down a bit on the logging camp. We have too many logs coming in. Let's go ahead with another charcoal burner though, instead. Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna need more coal down the road. No, we don't. No, we don't. We are also stuffed with coal. Very good. It also came to my attention that we are producing more tools than what we consume. And as long as there's enough iron coming in, we could also start trading that surplus, right? There's no need to actually stockpile that many tools. So let's actually make a minimum of 120 tools. And we can sell them for 3 coin. This one can establish a trade route, but we don't have to because the price is already there. And I think as far as if the price is there, the trade route already works for us. So that's already going to work well. Not like the large shields, for example. We don't even have a price here, so this definitely does not work as long as we do not establish a route. Yeah, our numbers are growing for the sheep. So we got the sheep farm is now full with 5 sheep. And now the pasture here is also growing with 3 sheep. And the the sheep in here will then rotate throughout the years wherever they're needed, right? The more we have, the merrier. There's also the weaver workshop now. Now the weaver workshop actually does two things, and that is wool into yarn and flax into linen. We already have some flax as well, so he's gonna work on both of these. And we can use them then for two things, right? For making clothing, but also for making armor. And for this we will need a tailor shop then as well down the road. Somewhere here in my artisan district. There it is. I think it's safe to already go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and get the tailor in. And I would also like to start one of the bigger projects right now. That's the next neighborhood. And this is actually 7 plots with 14 logs right away. This will take a long time to finish, especially since we do need to transport all of these logs over. And the trees disappear. Gotta make a sturdy fence, because right behind those houses you got the cliffs. So make sure the kids don't fall down there. After all, there are potential taxpayers. Now, the tailor workshop has been finished, and this one's a bit changed, I think at least, because now you can actually also make clothes out of yarn. So that's the next type of clothing that my people would like, right? Makes them happy. It's actually a tier 3 resource already, but we can already provide it since we do have a lot of yarn coming in. Also some linen. On top of that, you can have the gambas instant here. And this one's the one that I would like to use the linen for, because the gambasons we're gonna need for soldiers. But let's go ahead and just get this one here going. It's already there by default. And let's make it so that clothes go up to a top of 50 to not overflow my stockpiles there any further. Another increase, really. We're at 183 now of royal taxes. That's more than we actually take in, right? So we need to get rid of some more bandits, I think, to afford this. The sheep continue to grow, but now it's good. 12 already. Yeah, we'll just see what happens when we have a sheep overpopulation. There might be some auto-slaughtering. Right, where are they getting them? Oh, they're just getting the wool out of them. Perfect. Do you see them? I see them. There's my soldiers. And we're gonna once again take care of some bandits. First of all, they're stealing resources again. This is something I cannot allow. And I want to have more influence. And also, we can see now our latest standing army, my retinue, with the heavy armor there. Strategic advantage we do not have from this angle. There they're coming down. The vagabonds. And my retinue stands their ground, hopefully. Let's just have them come, and then we can have our archers firing down from up there. Oh wow, look at that. They're not being totally engaged by my retinue, it seems. But it's still a slaughter. There you go. One volley was enough. Did we lose any retinues? One we lost. Alright. The archers can already return back home again. And the retinue will have a look at this juicy bandit camp there. And by the way, also the influence we get right away, 1,300. Enough to finally conquer our very first territory. And that is something I can't wait to finally do. It might not even be this one, but we might need to destroy an opponent if we want to progress more efficiently. There you go. Let's actually send this one to the nearest town and just see what happens. Alright, we get some basic materials like bread, beer, malt, fish. I think it's... Oh, actually, and also 188 regional wealth. That's not bad at all. That was actually quite nice, okay. Taxation is really high with this. We could just keep this money now. Oh, look at this. We grew again. We sold something. Because now we get 10% out of that every month, right? That is a lot of money, by the way, coming out of it. I would also like to do something else, though. An investment. An investment into our future with the extra large shield trade right now. Because we're producing a darn amount of that. And 300 coin we can afford to have the large shield trade right established. We get 10 coin for every large shield, which is a lot because we have 30 already in surplus. I'm hoping that this picks up. Let's actually assign a second person to the trading, so trading should happen more effectively. And with that, I can't wait to see all the wealth coming in, pouring into our territory with that. It wouldn't be Manor Lords if there isn't some wonky thing going on, and that is that the outlaws just spawned again. Right beside my retinue. Where is the camp? There's the camp. Alright, wasn't there before. We could try and take them on. 18 versus 9 soldiers. Let's try and hold the bridge. Perhaps they're coming for us. That would be lovely. I think we need to enter the territory first. Yeah, insult them. Mention their mothers. Okay, let's actually, let's do this. Bring it on. And we're gonna actually balance, no, push forward. Oh wow, these are strong bandits. We've lost one. How can you do this? You have heavy armor. They have planks and axes. In the real world, they would just slaughter them, honestly. Okay, they have slaughtered them already. They halved them. But we've also lost already some. What's going on? Okay, they're fleeing, right. So we lost 2. And they've lost 9. So okay, it was a slaughterhouse after all. But whoever lost their life here, from my part, they deserved it. Alright, let's loot this bandit camp there too. And with those beautiful sights, we continue in the next episode with, territorial conquest and perhaps also a bigger manor, even up to a castle. There's been a lot of changes. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay tuned.